Do you love conflicts? No. But what if the answer should be yes? You see, most couples think conflict is a sign that something is wrong in the relationship or their marriage. But what if I told you the opposite is true? Some of the strongest marriages are not ones without conflict. They are the ones who have learned how to use conflict as a tool of growth. And that's why in this video, I'll be talking about the C, conflict resolution, from my signature Hope Conquers marriage enrichment system found in my book, Conquering Distress for a Better Marriage. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you biblically and practically why conflict is not your enemy, but it's actually an opportunity for you to grow in your relationship. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Delroy Fredericks of Hope Conquers Marriage Enrichment, and I'm happy that you are continuing to join me on this series. So the first thing I need you to understand about conflict is that conflict actually reveals what is hidden. The Bible says, "For there is nothing that is hidden that will not be revealed." That's Luke 8:17. And then the Bible says in Proverbs 25, the purpose of a person's heart are like deep waters. What does that mean? Well, many couples, when we come together, are not in unity. They are silent agreements and sometimes silent disagreements. Conflict, what that does, it breaks that silence and it reveals unmet expectations. It reveals emotional wounds. It reveals unspoken assumptions. You see, we got to understand that conflict don't create these problems. It just kind of reveals these problems. When you start to look at it from that perspective, you will understand that there is a lot of immature husbands and immature wives in marriages. But what conflict does, it helps an immature husband and an immature wife to become more mature. God sometimes would use conflict to help produce maturity. And the same is true in marriage. So conflicts, when it's developed, it can help you to become a little bit more patient. It can help you to become a little bit more humble. It can also help you to control your emotions a little bit better because immaturity can truly take a good marriage from good to bad quickly. The goal is that we learn how to mature and we learn how to grow. And you can only do that through conflicts that may arise in your marriage. We got to also understand that conflicts build trust after the situation has been resolved. What do I mean? Well, when you learn how to sincerely apologize, or you learn how to take responsibility for something you have done, or you learn how to choose forgiveness and to follow through with forgiving your spouse, it actually deepens your level of trust. And that would have never happened if the conflict did not arise. We got to understand trust is not built on avoiding failures, it is built on how you recover from them. I got to say that again so that you can understand this. And if you understand this, type understand in the comment section. Trust is not built by avoiding failures. It is built by how you recover from it. Healthy marriages are marriages where a husband and a wife both learn how to recover from whatever issues that might occur in the marriage. I need you to understand also that conflicts strengthens your communication. It allows you to learn how to communicate under pressure. I need you to go back and look at the enriched communication video, which was the last video in this series, because it's going to allow you to understand a little better what I'm going to quickly summarize here. Conflicts, like I said, it strengthens communication. You remember in James 1:19 when it says, you have to learn how to be quick to listen, to be slow to speak, to be slow to become anger. And we did a whole in-depth in the last video in terms of the breakdown of conversation, in terms of tone and things like that. And one of the things that you will quickly understand, have you been married for not so long, you will come to understand that tone, your tone, yes, I'm talking to you, your tone can either escalate or de-escalate a conflict. Your tone can make the difference as to if you will be able to, as the Bible says, don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Your tone can determine if that happens or not. The next thing I need you to understand is that conflicts will shift you towards unity. What do I mean? You see, unhealthy couples fight each other. They fighting, and sometimes even physically. And we don't condone any physical altercations. I'll be dealing with that a little bit later down when we talk about domestic violence and things like that. So stay tuned to this series. However, healthy couples learn how to unify with each other to fight the problem, not each other. If you understand that, just type "got it" in the comment section. Healthy couples learn how to fight the problems and the issues that come up and not each other. So you shift from you're the issue. I mean, we all been here. I've been here. You've probably been there, where something happens and you start saying you're the issue, you're the problem, you're the reason that we're here. But when you have a shift, because now you understand that conflicts can shift you into unity, now you look at conflict a little differently. Instead of saying you're the issue, you're going to say, you know what? Okay, I see we got a conflict here. We are going to face this together and figure this thing out. Everything changes when you shift from the perspective of you are the issue to, all right, this is where we are. Let's figure this out. We are going to face this together. We are going to figure this out together. It's no more me versus you, but it is us versus the problem. It is us versus the issues. It is us versus the world. When couples can shift into that, it becomes a power dynamic and a force to reckon with that will only strengthen their bond as a couple. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Type "getting this" in the comment section so I know that you're getting this. Also, what's more important is that conflicts actually deepen intimacy in your marriage. Well, you may not look at it that way at first, but let's think of it. Behind every argument is a deeper need. There's a need behind every argument, and you probably may not have looked at it this way. But I need you to follow me. Behind every argument, there is a need for, as an example, respect. We get into an argument because the way that you spoke to me, I felt disrespected. So the need behind that argument was the need for respect. And another example, the deeper need could be love. We got in a conflict because a wife may say, it's coming over as you don't love me. You know what you did, it's coming over. So we had a conflict, we had a back and forth, we had an exchange of words because the deeper need was love. Or sometimes the deeper need could be reassurance. I need to be reassured that, you're going to stick this thing through. We have an argument, and you saying you want to leave, you talking about divorce, and it's just an argument. So the deeper need is I need reassurance that you're going to be here with me until death do us part. And when those needs are not expressed honestly, conflicts continue. But if you can, as a result of the conflict revealing it, address it in a way that both parties come into an understanding, intimacy grows. And this is powerful. This is powerful. You don't build intimacy by avoiding tension in the relationship or conflicts. You build it by navigating it truthfully. That is why we said in the opening that conflict reveals what's hidden. And marriage is a journey. And as the journey goes, you are learning a little bit more of the hidden secrets revealed in your spouse. And as the secrets come up, as you communicate it through, as you understand each other better, intimacy actually grows. And I love this next point. Conflict is spiritual refinement. For those of us who are believers will understand this because conflict can reveal pride. Or conflicts reveal sometimes how selfish you are. Conflicts sometimes can reveal how impatient you are, but it also gives God something to refine. If you understand this, it is going to change the way you forever look at conflicts in your relationship. Conflicts are either going to break you or it's going to build you. The difference is how you handle it. And I need you to understand the difference is how you handle it. So here's what I want you to take away from this video. If you want to turn conflict into growth, you have to come into the conflicts with an understanding while being humble, an understanding while being gentle, while understanding you'll need to exert patience. You will need to come in it from a place of love, and you will have to put in effort. You have to do the work. We already discussed this when we went through earlier the importance of work in a relationship, smart work. If you bring this into conflict resolution, your marriage will not break, but it will build. So I want to encourage you to continue this series with me. And if this has helped you, I want you to do two things. Share this with another couple who needs it. And if you're serious about strengthening your marriage, I need you to activate your free trial to the Hope Conquers Marriage Enrichment Institute, where we do live trainings with Q&A where you can ask your questions every month. And also you get access to the numerous videos that we have done to help you to change and transform your marriage. Remember, conflict is not your enemy. When you handle it correctly, it becomes your greatest growth opportunity. See you in the next video.